and you're listening to Blueshirt
Underground Show,
the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in and find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers.
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
Can't BS a Ranger fan. Can't BS a Ranger fan.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. Today is Wednesday. It is October the 16th. Hockey season is underway. We've got 3 games under our belt, and we are going to start the show. My name is Jim, and as always, I'm joined on the other side of the window by the one and only Eddie Geik. Eddie, good evening. Good to see you, sir. Hockey is back.
Yes.
How are you?
Doing very well. Good evening, sir. And good evening, the throng of people who have come to join us tonight
Yes,
for the
they
3-game evals.
filing into the chat room. Good to see. Standing room only, as always. We are going to start the show tonight with breaking news. Eddie hasn't even heard this yet. I have saved this for the show. I was handed this information from the BSU Sports Desk right before we went on the air. Well, right before we opened the studio, which is about a half hour ago, after we went through hair and makeup. I was handed this breaking news.
Oh, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Foxes are having a baby. Congratulations to the Foxes. Another kid on the way for the New York Rangers. Another baby Ranger on the way. You gotta love it. The family is growing, Eddie. The Foxes with a foxling, a foxlet.
All right. So apparently they've had a kid previous.
No, this is they just.
Oh,
got
you
married.
said another. I thought you said another. This is the first kid.
Well, another. I mean, to the rate. We've seen Igor and Panarin and Mika with the kids. We love it. I know. And I mean, Chris Kreider just got married. Their kid must be, unless Kreider's shooting blanks, they must be coming along.
Well, let me ask you this. I don't know the specifics. I know how my kid is made, but this they shot something out of a cannon there, a mortar of some
Did
sort.
a gender reveal.
What, he's coming out as a woman?
Well, the baby will be.
All right.
The baby Fox will be a girl.
Oh, that's pink, so it's a girl.
Right. And they did a whole video on Instagram of all the different members of the Fox family getting the news in different ways that the Foxes are expecting foxlets or a foxlet.
The fact that, I'll get into the Ranger thing, but the fact that, 100 years ago, our forefathers, our families, they just had kids. You know, they were pumping out kids every 9 months, and no big ceremony. It just happened. Everybody wished you well. Now it's a whole event. All right, grumpy old man rant over. But you know what? What normally when they do the gender reveal, how far along is this lady?
I don't know, but I'm thinking if she's a month pregnant, that puts her due right around Stanley Cup Finals time, which is right when we want Adam Fox distracted and not think.
Okay, so with that said, I think that they won't even let him see the kid if we make it to the finals. Like he cannot leave the team. And I think I'll worry about that next year. So I can't get too crazy over this, but historically, the kids drive the players crazy. And they got enough money. You're making enough money. You're making enough fish nagels. Hire one nanny. Hire two nannies. Hire Lou nanny. How you like that one?
No, nice.
Yeah. It's usually 4 to 5 months. Wait a minute. How long is this?
She didn't look that pregnant in the video.
Huh. Well, I don't know. Jonathan Riggs, the child will be taken to a gulag immediately.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. Listen, Foxy's doing well right now, so I can't disparage now, but I guess it's a wait and see moment for me. We will know if there is a slump once the delivery.
You will immediately blame the kid.
Right. So, God bless. I wish you, what is he making?
$10 million.
$10 million.
Excuse me.
Why would you have a gender reveal if you're adopting? You already know. Like,
no. You
mean if you have a surrogate mom or something like that?
I don't. But I could also tell you that in the video, certain reveals to the family were done with sonogram pictures. So,
oh God.
You should see this video is like 2 minutes long of the entire Fox family, and part of the family got the announcement on a private jet. And I said, to Jen, I said, it's nice to make $10 million a year, huh?
Too much. It's too much. It's not like you fucking cured cancer here. I mean, this is a kid. Been done billions of times before.
Right.
Okay.
And that's just in the Puerto Rican neighborhoods.
Oh,
come on.
Come on. What are you
Just kidding
here?
I'm just kidding.
We're big in Puerto Rico. Check the stats. No offense.
Just kidding.
I know you're only kidding. I'm the bad boy of the group. Anyway, yes, as Jim said, 3 games in, the Rangers have like one of 4 teams that are undefeated, I believe, in the NHL. They will play 3 games. The Devils are at the All-Star break right now. They already played 6 games. What's going on with the schedule? I don't know.
Well, they played those 2 games over in Bosnia, wherever the hell they were. I wish they'd have left them there. But yeah, they've already played 6 games. But yes, the Rangers, there are 5 or 6 teams, it was maybe 7 teams that have not lost a game yet.
Yeah.
Calgary off to a 4-0 start.
Who would have thunk that?
The Peg off to a 3-0 start. Dallas off to a 4-0 start.
Look at some of those teams in the West, Jim, that are doing badly. I mean, it's very, very early.
Nashville 0-3, Colorado 0-3, Georgiev off to a slow start again.
Wow. Oh, Joe.
Oh, Joe.
So the Rangers, they pretty much as delivered, but they've gone through a lot of changes. There's some controversies going on, I think. I'll start it before we discuss the games, because the games right now, I mean, I think we'll all agree that the Pittsburgh game was basically Pittsburgh wasn't ready to play, and the Rangers just freaking trashed them. the Utah Jazz game, as Sam Rosen likes to call them. Utah's no joke. They've got a lot of young, fast guys, and the Rangers didn't play good hockey defensively, and they got burned.
Right, and when they were still the Coyotes, they gave the Rangers trouble last year and the year before.
Yes. They certainly are a much improved team. And we could recap the last game when we get to it. But I want to give you what I want your opinions or everybody's opinion on the things that are in my inner circle. I am being inundated with why the fuck isn't Rempe playing?
Hot button issue.
It's a hot button issue.
Hot button issue. It's the second biggest issue in the presidential election this year.
Neither candidate has addressed it either.
Right.
They need to do that. So
it is a hot button issue. That's a real hot potato.
Well, Jim, I'm throwing it right to you. I'm throwing that hot potato right in your direction. What's your opinion?
I'm fine with it. I mean, the coach has said that depending on the game, they're going to, play who best suits the opponent. I mean, again, we're talking about a guy that played 5 to 10 minutes a night. Stan Fischler wrote this article just blasting the Rangers like they're leaving Guy Lafleur on the bench here. But Stan also mentioned in his article that Rempe should play tonight, and if he does, he'll be the only one on the ice because the Rangers play tomorrow.
Who said that?
Huh?
Who said that?
Stan
Stanley?
Fischler. Yeah. Stan Fischler. The Rangers, the Rangers are ruining Matt Rempe.
Oh.
Ruining 3 games into the season.
Wow.
Look, there is no bigger fan of Matthew Rempe than me. From the moment I laid eyes on him, it was like Dave Gettleman looking at Daniel Jones. Right? But come on. He's being ruined because he hasn't played the first 3 games, or he's only played one of the first 3 games. Let's calm down. Isn't Stan an Islander fan anyway?
What?
Isn't Stan an Islander fan?
I don't know what
anyway?
he is.
Is he still mad at Emil Francis for throwing him out of the locker room?
Him and his wife, when he wouldn't give his wife a promotion or something, I don't know. He's still
Not
mad
over.
at Emil Francis. He's taking it to the grave.
I'm okay with it. I do think I still maintain that he might be better served playing some more meaningful minutes down in Hartford, but it is what it is.
See, I agree with Eurotrash. Like, Brodzinski is, every coach has him. He's a favorite of this coach. Oh, he could play all 3 positions. He actually said, Peter Laviolette, listen, a lot of times I don't think he's Looney Tunes about anything. And he said, well, he's proven himself in this league. What? What has he proven, Brodzinski? That he's a 4A or a 4B? I mean, he's not really a guy I want to see in there. I've seen enough. I know what he is.
Right.
He'll get a chance, not convert, and go back to the bench. That's one time a game. And I feel like Rempe, yes. Do I see him playing 70 games? No. But I would like to have a guy that I could say, oh, okay, Rempe is not playing tonight, but they're playing this kid or they're playing that guy. Brodzinski brings nothing to the table for me. I've seen enough. How long has this guy been with the Rangers? 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm getting. All Rempe does is hit, and he gets chances too. And I'd rather see. And I got to tell you, I like this Sam Carrick too. He got into a tussle the other night and did pretty well while Edstrom was kicking some guy's ass. You see that fight?
I did.
I mean, it started off like I was worried about Edstrom. Who did he fight? He fought some guy, I don't know, McBain, the guy from The Simpsons.
Yes.
Yeah. And, Adam looked like he didn't know how to fight at the first. He started with the slaps. And I said, oh, what is this going to happen? The Marcus of Queensberry rules, or like I challenge you to a duel kind of fight, slap him with the gloves. But then he started freaking punching this guy. They left this guy beat his banana in, as I sometimes say. And he accorded himself well. So did Carrick. I got to tell you, Sam Carrick is not bad. I mean, again, 3 games in, I'm not going to extol the great offseason move of getting him, but he seems like he's a good fit for that 4th line.
He does.
And if they got to play, I mean, I don't know. They need another guy. I'm just Johnny Brodzinski, the puck never goes in. He does nothing for me. I have no aspirations. Anything he does positive to me is shocking. So I don't know. He's a hard guy to root for.
Larry Brooks, Dancing Larry Brooks, also wrote an article about Rempe not playing.
Oh, what is this? Well, what did he have to say?
Which I think it's funny that, I mean, Stan Fischler is hundreds and hundreds of years old, and Larry is, he's got to be well into his 70s at this point. And these are the guys, these are the guys pining for Matt Rempe.
Yeah, I find that a little bit, they bring it up to the coach. None of these, I got to tell you, these questions by these beat report, again, I know I harp on this, but if you watch it, it's consistently horrible. They never ask him a tough question. If they ask a question, it's like something like, well, the defense is in the middle half of the pack, the middle half of the NHL right now. Any concerns? It's game 3, Chuckles. Next.
Right.
Like they have all these stupid questions. Why didn't you say, what shouldn't Matt Rempe be in the lineup every night? But I guess they kind of have asked him that. And he's basically said, well, we're going to take it from game to game. People are going to get chances. They're going to get looks. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. So I'd like to see him play, but I guess it depends on, and let's face it, folks. This is said now. I've gaslighted myself, which is, I guess I'm like the Dalai Lama guy who freaking set himself on fire, self-immolated.
Right.
I just set myself off. Is it me? But do the Rangers, now that we have the big guys, and I've mentioned this before, all of a sudden, we're penalty takers. We're dirty. We're goals. Oh, his foot was in the paint. When was that a rule? That was a rule like 25 years ago. We're interfering with the goalie. We're just standing. I'm sorry, the goalie's short, and our guy's 6'8". Why are we getting penalized for this? Why? It's nonsense. I feel like there's a persecution going on. Whether it's Will Cooley, Edstrom, Rempe, anybody that's over 6'5", 6'4", they're making shit up. Rempe doesn't even have to hit anybody, and they call him for a penalty.
Right.
The goalie just has to go. When you screen the goalie, all the goalies got to go out and push Matt Rempe. Oh, goalie interference. I mean, there are a lot of bullshit calls out there for 3 games. What, Jim?
That interference call the other night was terrible.
It was nonsense. And then Micheletti is talking about, oh, he was in the blue paint. What the fuck is he talking about? Get out. You got to give the goalie an opportunity to make the save. Well, fucking grow 6 inches, asshole. Then you'll be able to fucking maybe make the save. We got big guys. Deal with it. Oh. I see a lot of the... Now, it's just ridiculous. And you know what? It's just... I get it. Matt Rempe's tall, referees. He's big. He's a freak of nature. So what? He's not allowed to have his 6 minutes of, hockey time to get out there and do what he does? Is it such a abomination to have a guy that's tall and not some 5'8" midget who can skate circles around people? That you got a big guy who hits and plays the game the right way? Yes, Wes McCauley's a dummy.
He's the worst. He's the worst. He's all sizzle, no steak. Here you go, Mark Schiraldi. Here, this for your daughter.
Blake Wheeler.
Said his daughter likes every time we play that clip, she laughs. So he asked if we could play it. And we aim to please here on the Blue Shirt Underground show.
Yes,
It's
definitely.
not about us.
I miss Blake Wheeler. He's great in the playoffs. Too.
I agree. I agree, Margaret. Sam should only be allowed to go if he takes Joe with him.
I don't know. Don't even get me stuck on those two. Micheletti is starting to look bizarre. He's got like patches of hair on the front of his head now.
It's
like somebody put like cotton balls and painted them black. Like whoo.
Little tufts of hair.
Yeah. Tuffy. Yeah, I see the Cooley too. That was another ridiculous call. I mean, the Rangers aren't allowed to be big. This just in. It's annoying. I mean, in the small sample size that we have. So, as far as the assessments go, I mean, the Rangers are, they're struggling a little bit, I think, defensively. Although they haven't given up a lot of goals except for that one game. They're figuring it out. Because now on the back end, you don't have Ryan Lindgren, which you can tell that they are not protecting the house, as they like to say,
right,
as well as they should. And which they've done even on the tail end of Gallant and last year. They made it sure that everybody paid in front of that net, in front of Igor, after the whistle, especially after the whistle blew. They were very diligent in, protecting Igor. This year, not so much. So,
also playing a rookie and a pseudo rookie on defense. So, and you've got Braden Schneider playing on his offside, but I think he's played pretty well.
He's played pretty well.
I think the Schneider Trouba pairing has been good.
Trouba's played well. I mean,
I know people don't want to hear that.
No, they don't want to hear that. They want to stick to their own narrative and not what's happening in real time.
Right.
I mean, again, I'll say this again. It's only 3 games in, but it looks like he's a little bit different. But yes, I told you my whole preview of the Rangers was I really wanted to see how the defense formed up. Because the offense looks, I would say, actually a little bit better with the third line. What do you think about the third line?
I think the third line's been very good. I know Capo Caco is never going to score a goal again.
Right.
But I think Hedl looks good. Look, however long he plays for the Rangers, whether it's 10 years or 10 weeks, every time that guy gets near another player, I'm gonna be nervous that we're gonna lose him for another 4 months. But he's played well. He's he can skate, man. He is a smooth skater, and he makes plays. And maybe he gets Cooley to score, if not Kako, because I don't think Gordie Howe could get Capo Caco to score.
Yeah. He's offensively challenged. And it's not that he's a total washout with the skills. It just he can't get anything to go, really. I don't know what it is. It's just he's just not there. But
just hasn't happened yet. Yeah. What's up, Izzy? How you doing, buddy?
Who's he? But Filipino looks really well, playing really well. Will Cooley, I love Will Cooley. He does everything.
Right.
He hits. He's hitting constantly. He's got offensive skills. He had a goal disallowed, I think, in game 1 or game 2. That was, So he, I think that I'm looking for like close to 20 from him this year. I think, which would be incredible. Maybe I'll go 15, 16. I just like he's,
Well, he scored 13 last year.
Yeah. So for a third line player, that would be great. And the rest of the guys look good. Riley Smith finally got on the board the other night, the last game. He was about to go into the whole. I was going to send him to a gulag. I was like, this guy is. I don't even see, what does this guy do? But I think he scored on a nice shot, as I recall.
He did. Yeah,
but there was a problem with it, though. Did you see the emotion of getting your first goal as a Ranger from him?
Well, let's take a look at it.
All right, let's watch when he goes to the bench. Tell me what you think I think is wrong with this.
All right.
Zibanejad won the draw. They score! Riley Smith with his first as a New York Ranger. Nice goal, Riley.
He's going nuts.
And he wins this one cleanly and right behind him. And Riley Smith wasted no time. He just ripped this one. Gets it, lets it go. A little bit of a screen in front by side.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. So what was your issue?
No emotion.
No emotion?
You get your first goal at MSG as a New York Ranger. He went to the bench, not even a smile. Barely wanted to tap anybody's hands. I don't want players like that. I mean, I do enjoy that release there. That was quick. That went right behind the net. That was nice. I would have Patrick Kane at this point. Yeah, but he didn't celebrate. Come on. I want to see some passion out there. You think anybody could be a New York Ranger? Well, yeah, I guess you can. At the end of
anybody can.
What?
Eventually they all do.
Yeah, they all do. So I guess maybe I'm wrong with that. I like to see a little more emotion. I mean, a nice shot like that. He should have, Panarin's he had almost 50 goals last year. You think he skated to the bench like, home? Oh, he's doing a dance. He's doing a leg kick with the Rockettes. He's icing the veins. I don't know. Might be icing his head. The new Captain Happy, yes. Him and Kako. I bet you they laughs a minute, those two guys. Except that Kako never scores.
Right.
Oh, I mean, it's a small. Oh, Sellies ain't his style. You know what? Sellies ain't my word. I'm not calling anything. It's celebration. All right. So that's just a minor note, but it was a nice shot. Well, I guess in the terms of Riley Smith, because he came over with such, I don't know, a blasé reaction by Ranger fans because of, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm still slow to give him a chance.
All right, now hold on a second. Let's put your theory to the test here.
Okay.
But let's see.
Dylan Strome. Malkin's back checking. Headman pass. Penguin shot the score. Riley Smith for Pittsburgh. Off a great.
Let's see, that's a meaningless, goal. They're already up 3-0 at the end of the game off Charlie Lindgren, and he seems pretty happy there.
He won't smile. He's nice, smiley there.
Puck-hounding, disturbing guy, can use his speed, but has the skill, hands,
winning goal.
playmaking ability.
to be a difference maker, and he's a guy I'm looking to have a big year and bounce back, and here we go.
It's Smith from Malkin. Wrister, he scores!
Okay, that's a game winner against Calgary.
Riley Smith wires it past.
There's some emotion for you.
Markstrom and the Penguins with 2 goals in the first 41 seconds of the third. Take a 2-1 8 seconds left on the power play. Snaps that into the Colorado end. Smith picks it up. Over to Raquel to the net. Holding it. Hand on the shot. Bounces to Smith. Shoots and scores! Just as McKinnon.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe there's something to this. Maybe he doesn't like being here. Thanks, Mike.
Well, the thing is he's playing in Madison Square Garden. What does it depend on who gets you the assist? There's no Malkin. There's no Crosby. We don't have superstars. You could show your grandchildren who passed you the puck when you scored. What do we got? What? Zibanejad's not good? Zibanejad. I mean, he's not good enough for us? I don't know. I thought that was a little... I thought it was anticlimactic for me. I want to see them go nuts.
All right. Well,
we'll keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. For me,
right. We'll keep an eye on it.
3 weeks when he gets his second goal.
3 weeks.
I hope not. I wish him the best. No, I don't want
$8 million.
Yes. Lafreniere looks really well, man. He scored some really nice goals. I mean, he looks... Panarin, the first 2 games, he was playing about as high a level as you can, as I've seen him. Just all over the ice. Go ahead.
3 multi-point games already.
I know.
Played 3. He's got 3.
He's on fire. Oh, it's called Humble, Eddie. Till the video, we went to the video replay, and all of a sudden, you saw Mr. Humble hugging and kissing Malkin on his cheek. Basically, molesting Malkin.
Like he's Khrushchev.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he's a Russian spy. Who knows?
Nobody's turning on the guy. Jesus, we're just saying. Eddie's just making a small
I just
point.
made an observation. I'm not turning this guy into...
That's what we do.
I'm not... These are things that I think of when I say... I know it may be bizarre, it's stupid, it's wacky, but that's what you're going to get.
By the way, I know here's another stat nobody wants to hear. Jacob Trouba has 4 assists in 3 games.
No, he stinks. Not worth the money. Get rid of
him. He's got to go.
He's a cuck.
Right.
His wife bosses him around.
Right.
Yes. Again, it's early. The Rangers have played so few games. I can't really why are we going to talk about this Columbus thing? Can I go? I saw it fly by in the chat. I know I was, maybe I was a little harsh on my initial, but I am sick and tired of, and this isn't a left or right issue, but I'm just sick and tired of this culture being obsessed with people who are dead. Hey, used to die in the old days. Like the Jews. The Jews are perfect. They're buried in a day. Why do we gotta stretch it out? I gotta put your number on my uniform. You gotta tell me how great a 25-year-old kid is. 25 years old? You haven't done anything in the world.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. This is the way I feel. Again, I am not without emotion or empathy. But why do we have to keep talking about this?
Well, I mean, look, I certainly understand this is a life cut short.
Is it a generational thing?
No, I don't think it's a generational thing. I think maybe I don't think you're a very sentimental person. It's not a bad thing. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Some people are more sentimental than others, and I just don't think
I'm more mental.
You're just not sentimental. You're not big on reminiscing and remember when and the old. Well, I mean, you do like to bring up the old days, but only to complain about the new days. this was this was very tragic. Now I'm going to give you but let me give you the flip side of this. The odes to Pete Rose since he's dead. I mean, it's ridiculous. You would have thought this guy was one of the most magnificent people to walk the earth. He hit a baseball. Granted, it's the hardest thing to do in sports. I agree with Ted Williams. But other than that, that man was a complete dirtball.
He was.
And I mean, he was literally a dirtbag. He was a piece of shit. And people are treating him like one of the greatest human beings that ever walked the face of the earth.
Right. No, I don't think it's like, I guess maybe it's similar to like when Thurman Munson died for Yankee fans.
Right.
And that was tragically as well.
And that was also mid-season.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't think
maybe
this I just don't want to address it because I think maybe I feel like it.
Are you afraid of your own mortality? Let's get.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, like maybe I don't want to address it or make light of it because I don't want to address my own mortality. I don't know what
the bottom of Eddie Geik tonight on the Blueshirt Underground show. Let's peel back the onion.
I was serious. I mean, we only got 3 games to talk about. I just don't like, but I feel like it's like the whole last 15, 20 years with the grief counseling and all that stuff. I'm sure it works for certain people, but I just don't want to have to be talking about Johnny Gaudreau every fucking game. It's happened even in the Ranger games. Oh, what a tragedy. He died 6 years ago. We're still talking about it. All right, he died over the summer, whatever.
2 months ago.
I don't know. Maybe I just want to put the whole tragedy out of my mind. And also, I didn't hear such great things about him before he played hockey, before he joined the NHL. I had a friend of mine who used to coach 15-year-old, Johnny Gaudreau, he's an American player, right? New Jersey, something, right?
New Jersey.
Yeah, okay. This is how much, I guess maybe I've blanked out. And they said his father was a real asshole.
Up until an hour ago, Eddie thought Barclay Gaudreau died.
Yes. No, I would be upset over that. It's same thing with Kobe Bryant. But then again, I'm not a basketball fan. Johnny Gaudreau, it's a tragedy that he was so young and died along with his brother and the whole wedding scenario and married and babies and all that stuff. It's certainly, but we got to stop. If it's not done by the All-Star break, I'm going to be really losing my mind. If they have an All-Star break, now the Johnny Gaudreau special tournament of hockey, if they have some stupid thing like that, the money will be going to the Gaudreau family, whatever.
What if they rename the cup the Gaudreau Cup?
I'm getting hot just thinking about something like that. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. I don't want to wallow in the I guess. I don't know. Now I feel like a horrible person. I'm just.
I don't think you're a horrible person. I think I think you do have a heart. You do have compassion. But I just don't think you're I just don't think you're big on sentiment. You're not big on sentiment. And again, I don't think that makes you a bad person. I just don't. It's just not in your. It's not in your wiring.
It's not that I'm not empathetic, but if it's what it is, I think
the Gaudreau of dreams.
The Gaudreau of dreams. I see the Lady Bing is going to be renamed.
It's all coming out, and now you're.
That's what I like. These are my people. These are my people. The dark humor people. The Gaudreau Hockey League. It's all coming down. I don't know. Maybe it's again. I think it's a terrible tragedy, but I just don't want to wallow in it. I just don't want to keep talking about it. Maybe I don't want to talk about it. I don't know. We had enough of this. Enough of this Johnny Gaudreau talk. But, but what happened in Columbus? Did they have a hold? Did they? I'm not even going to go there.
You didn't see what happened? You didn't see what they did?
Why would I watch Columbus hockey and watch this? Why would I indulge myself in seeing this mourning and this celebration? Oh, let me guess. People clapped and got emotional. Let me take a wild guess.
No, what the Blue Jackets took the ice with no left wing. And the puck was dropped, and neither team moved for 13 seconds, and they passed the puck over to left wing, and the puck just sat there. There he goes. Show's over. Good night, everybody. He walked off the show. First time in 15 years. He walked off the show. He just walked off the show. I don't even know if he's coming back. Might be me and Rock next week. Who knows? Oh, there he comes. Cutter already sent me an email asking me if he could replace you.
When did the NHL become a one-act play? This staged 13 this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Why?
Because who's it for?
It was for everybody. It was a tribute to him. Whatever. What do
Johnny
you care?
Spirit?
What do you care? What do you care?
I'll tell you what I care about.
You're not a Columbus fan. You're not a Panthers fan. You didn't pay money to go to the game and watch 13 seconds of non-hockey. What do you care?
They were all in on this together, like we're gonna do this to Johnny.
Yes.
He had such a tough life, Johnny, making $10 million a year.
We got to move on.
We got to move on. To me, this was too much. Just too much. I'm sorry if I'm a callous young man, old man, but I just think this is ridiculous. I mean, when Pelle Lindbergh died, did they do that? Play with no goalie?
I don't remember what they did.
They probably had like, I don't know, Kate Smith sing, goodbye, farewell, or something. I don't know.
So long, farewell.
Avita do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a heartless bastard. All right, let's move on. Riley Smith is an emotional prick, and apparently I am too. Does anybody think that this is? Let me finish it. Do I have anybody who thinks this is too much? All right. Well, we'll give him a chance to.
Mario asked an interesting question. What if something happened to Mika and play stopped for 93 seconds?
Well, in the playoffs, it usually stopped for him 93 seconds. His whole shift.
Then we know it was the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Mario's right. Maybe I'm just of that school. I don't want anything in a viewing party. Don't stop for a second. Have fun. Enjoy life. Okay. Thank you. Another heartless bastard, Matt Morello, is in agreement with you. Yes. Well, hopefully they'll move on. All right. Now. What emotional, Jim? What do you have to say?
All I'm going to say is a terrible tragedy, and the tributes don't affect me one way or the other.
Do you get verklempt when they do these things?
No.
Why the hell are they doing them then?
I thought it was a nice moment. If that makes them feel better, then who am I to judge? Who am I to judge?
Do this every game?
I don't think so.
Well, Matt Zenobia, I want a full report of what's going on there in Columbus. All right.
Maybe the Rangers could do it and just put Rempe out there for 13 seconds so we get some ice time and Stan Fischler will shut up.
Well, yeah. I understand the circumstances are both unfortunate that Pelle Lindbergh drove way too fast. But I feel like back in the day, this wouldn't be treated as what is happening. I don't know. Maybe, again, I'm going to have to change subjects here. Well, Jim, what would you like to talk about?
First line power play. A lot of fans want Mika off that power play.
Mika is struggling.
That one timer. We got to do.
He's got to stop.
We got to do something else. Everybody
He's
knows
so
it's coming.
predictable.
Everybody knows it's coming.
Or he's passing. He hasn't changed his game one bit. That one timer stinks. It's terrible. Doesn't he realize that the whole league is scouting him and that knows all his tendencies? Do you think he just came into the league now and he could, guess what? I'm going to sit there at the faceoff dot and take a one-timer.
They'll never find me here.
They'll never find me here. Kreider goes to the net. Whoever's got the puck, they know where Mika is. He's so predictable and so stupid unselfish. You're right. Mika's OV shot never works. It works like 3 times a year out of like 70 attempts.
Right.
Somebody's got to get in his ear and tell him, listen, pal, you can take shots from other parts. God bless you. Who says I'm not empathetic? God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good, Mario. One of the greatest comedy writers of our time. Him and Carl Reiner. Mika misses the net more than Charlie the Tuna. This guy, high and wide, right into God, I can't take it. He can shoot from other places on the ice. He's got a good shot. And then when he has a good shot, a grade A opportunity, he's dishing it off.
He's too stationary.
Shave his head. Speaking of which, you notice that Artemi is getting the hair is coming out there.
Yeah, he's got a full head of hair again.
What's the those plants that are like those? They come out like they're like bulbs. They're like not bulbs, but they're flowers. They usually are blue. Well, these puffs, like, whatever. I don't know. I'll find out later. I mean, this guy's got to smarten up because they've smartened up to him. Why wouldn't you want to change your game and make adjustments to be more successful?
Get Lafreniere out there on the first line power play. See what happens.
And I have to say, yeah, he shoots. I would, and this is, speaking about shooting, there's 2 things that I love about Rempe and Victor Mancini. Great actor. The great actor, the great stage actor, Victor Mancini. Like Victor Mature. Star stage screen, Mr. Victor. All Victor Mancini does is shoot. He gets the puck. And they very rarely get blocked. Keandre Miller should learn something from him. Keandre Miller always get blocked.
He's got a pretty hard shot too.
This kid came from nowhere, Jim.
Fifth round pick.
We didn't even hear a peep of this guy.
No.
I didn't even see anybody in our illustrious chat room amongst the Blueshirt Underground Nation mention this guy.
Came out of nowhere.
He's just taking steps and just showing up and doing the job. And he's actually looked better in the D zone than Zach Jones has. Although Zach's played okay, his size is always going to be a detriment for him. But he moves the puck. And he can give you that offensive skill you need sometimes. And
Rempe pretty much the same size as Adam Fox, isn't he?
I think he's just short. He's shorter than Adam Fox.
They're both listed at 5'11".
Really?
I don't think either one of them is 5'11", but maybe on skates.
I don't know. When I saw Zach Jones up close and personal, he looked smaller than Adam Fox, but what do I know? I enjoy Victor Mancini, and it gives me some assurance that once Lindgren comes back, we do have some depth that can play at a pretty good level. And once Mancini gets a little bit better with the physical stuff, once his game comes along and he gets comfortable out there, I really believe that this guy is he's quite a find. I know they're going to hype him up on the MSG broadcast. They always hype up the rookies, especially Micheletti loves to hype up the defenseman, him being a former defenseman himself. But I really am enjoying him.
It'll be interesting to see what they do because Zach Jones is a left defenseman and Vittorio Mancini is a right-handed defenseman. That's his actual name is
Vittorio?
Vittorio, yeah.
Wow, you can't get more eye-tie than that.
Yeah, you certainly can. We love that, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do because right now they have Schneider playing on his offside, so it'll be interesting to see what they do.
And Schneider's played very well. I mean, like you mentioned earlier, Foxy's playing good. Keandre, he made one bad play when he tried to go do a reversal in his own zone. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Went right on the other guy's stick, and they scored. I was yelling at him. But you can't really the Rangers are doing well. And what about the 5-on-5 goals? 11 out of 15, I believe. 5-on-5, ladies and germs.
By the way, one last thing about Mancini. He was taking pictures with the fans on the street before the game the other night in a Met hat.
Ooh. Well, I would say, as you know, me and Jim are diehard Met fans, but God bless you, Yankee fans, man. You're going to the World Series, and if the Mets play the Yankees, it's going to be fucking incredible. The city, I want to see the city just go berserk. Because it will.
City's already berserk.
I know, but it's going to be more berserk.
You mean fun berserk?
Oh, stop. When was the last time you were hanging around in the city?
Me?
Yeah.
3 months ago?
Were you hanging around the city? You went to bars? You went other stuff?
Well, to go to the last viewing party we had.
That's not counting going to the city. I was down in the Bowery hanging out with people.
Oh, yeah, you're down in the Bowery.
I was down in the Bowery. I was.
One of the Bowery boys?
I went to a concert in the Bowery.
Oh, okay.
It's not that bad. I don't know why everybody's good. The city has always been the same level of bad. It's just the city. I don't want to get into that either. Anyway, so yes, I think it's good for New York to go crazy. I also want to say, I know. See, Mario, everybody's got this thing. I don't know what. Apparently,
that's the guy who moved to Vermont.
He works in the city. He's always working in the city. That's where he earns his bones.
Just can't relax. This is what you get worked up about.
I do. These are the things I get worked up about.
This is what you're sentimental about. New York, the Big Apple.
Well, I am, because it's the greatest city in the world. And it still is.
Of course. It'll always will be.
I started off by saying that I'm glad for the Mets playing the Yankees. That's all I'm saying here.
At least if the Mets and the Yankees play in the World Series, New York will have a championship again. It's been a while.
It has been a while. I mean, the Rangers will never play the Islanders in the Stanley Cup. I see the Islanders off to a great start again. Well, they won 1-1. That's about how let's just end the season now, because that's basically what they're going to be at the end of the season is, 35, 35, and I don't know, 12. I don't know how many games they play. What do they play? 82 or 84 now?
82.
No, it's not that I need a hobby. It's just a lot of things are chafing me lately.
This is his hobby.
This is my hobby.
This is his hobby.
So I wish them $1 million, Mets and Yankees. Speaking of which, the Mets are starting soon.
Yeah,
Anyway.
about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, the Giants are the last New York team to win a Big Four title.
Don't get me going on any other. Yeah. All right. What else was that?
They're due for a new arena, Mario.
They are. Anytime once the ticket sales wane, then they have to come up with a new arena.
Right. Just wait till they get a new arena.
Buffoons from top to bottom. I heard they got this Russian guy that's not supposed to be bad. Supply-Kov, the supply chain or something. I don't know. And they got, of course, Anthony Duclair.
Oh, yeah.
The well-traveled Anthony I do declare.
Guy's a suitcase at this point.
All right. So what else do you have? The BSU takeover.
Let's talk about this since we've got a captive audience. Everybody's here. Coming up, November 16th. We have 25 tickets. We can get more if we need them, but we still need a few more to fill out 25. I know we got a couple of maybes floating out there, a couple of we'll sees. I got to check my schedule. I got to check with this. I got to check with that. Let's go. Get on it. Tickets are $25 a piece. If you are a Patreon member, we are discounting your tickets and giving you a discounted price of $20 a ticket. $20, we're going to go see the Hartford Wolfpack take on the Providence Bruins. Saturday, November 16th. There is one slight change. The pregame party at the Tavern downtown has been moved to the hell's the name of the place? Hold on, I gotta find the name of the place. Oh, Vaughn's. I got it. Vaughn's Public House, Irish bar right around the corner from the XL Center. I already spoke to the manager there. They're happy to host for us. The Tavern downtown is closed. They went out of business.
Wow.
So, and thank you to the woman in our group who I can't remember her name, but I know her through the Hartford Wolfpack booster group, who was the one who posted on our thread and said, you might want to check because I think they're closed. So I reached out to them and I was told, yes, we are closed.
Oh, okay.
So we found Vaughn's Public House. It's on one of the side streets near the arena. And, it's your standard Irish bar. And they're, like I said, they're more than happy to help to host us. So if you are interested in tickets, you can message me on Facebook. You can message me here. You can email me jrs1940@gmail.com, and I can do Zelly, Venmo, whatever. So, I was going to leave my dungeon for the BSU Kitchener viewing party, but that's what. Get out of here. So anyway. And after the game, we will be taking to the ice to meet the players, to meet the Wolfpack.
Yes.
We do not have a date for a viewing party yet. That is still under discussion. We have a date or two in mind, but we are focusing on Eddie's schedule at this point. Yeah. Eddie may have a prior engagement that may have a recuperation. I mean, you've talked about it a little bit, so we don't.
Yes,
we're not a delve,
minor surgery,
right?
Done on my empathy part of my brain.
So there will be a viewing party. I mean, obviously, we'll do one or two, but we just don't know when yet. And honestly, the October and November schedule are not good for viewing parties anyway. They're either on the road on Saturdays, or they're playing at like 10 o'clock. What I meant to say was they're playing at 10 o'clock at night on Saturdays, or they're home on Saturdays, or they're just not playing on Saturdays. So there is one or two dates in December we were looking at, but we got to wait and see. And if not, we'll put it off till January, and then we'll do another one before the end of the season. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I guess
his surgery will actually be live on the show. I'll be narrating it, and Dr. B will be performing.
No, I want to talk about the. I want to clean up some loose strings here, so to speak.
Regarding the
Dr.
heart
B.
trip, or
Yes, I'm having a heart transplant. I like that.
that's good.
If I only had a heart. Sensitivity chip. I like these. This is very good. Very good.
Isn't that isn't that what Data had in one of the Star Trek movies? The sense. Oh no, it was an emotion chip, right?
Maybe I need that.
In the I think that was in First Contact. I think he has a emotion chip or something put in.
Yeah, I do remember that somewhere in the memory banks of mine.
I think that was First Contact, which is far and above the best of the Next Generation movies.
The thing I want to talk about is I got Dr. B messaged me. He was wanted to share his prenuptials, I guess, the engagement with me. Picture of him and his wife to be, very lovely young lady. God bless, Mazel Tov, all that stuff. I wish him well. He's a great guy, and he found a great gal that's willing to take care of him and loves him for who he is, which I think is, if you can find that, you have hit the lottery. Now, you guys may have noticed on the page I posted something about Idiot Box. The reason I posted about my band Idiot Box over there was that we're playing a big show on November 1st at Amityville Music Hall, which is probably the nicest venue on the island. That is a smaller venue, but newly redone. And so what I was trying to do was get you guys to join a fan page. So when I go to this promoter and they go to the page, I don't know if you've heard about the Paramount. Have you ever heard of the Paramount here on Long Island?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, the Paramount is like the biggest venue. That's where all the big places come. And the same promoter that handles Amityville also handles the Paramount. So if Amityville, the same thing. Jaws Central, site of the Amityville horror. And so if any of you guys can make it down to this November 1st show and to make sure, like, we show this promoter, we have a good showing. You don't have to show the Idiot Box the rest of your life. Just go down on November 1st.
And I just posted the link to the Idiot Box band page.
Thank you.
Make sure you like it, love it, lump it.
Yeah. So if you could come down and support something that I'm passionate about, I would love you. I would love it. Okay. Now that I got that out of the way, there was some other hockey related thing I want to talk about, and it was and I think we talked about this on the Patreon show. I think the
acoustic set,
the acoustic set with the whole Shesterkin thing. Now I came on this show that I share with my beloved brother right here, Jim Spielberg, and came on this show during the summer and said, you know what? I'm passing on Shesterkin. If he wants 12, 13% of the cap, give me Dylan Garand and a capable $3 million co-backup, a veteran, not necessarily Jonathan Quick. I don't want to get locked in to a long-term, lots of money. I think Jim was kind of in agreement, or like, hey, are you kidding me? How could we compete without Igor? And I said, listen, we went through this with Lundqvist, and I even said something about Shesterkin. He should stay in New York. He'll have a great future here, just like Henrik did. But then Jim was like, well, he doesn't really speak the English that well. Doesn't speak English that well, so maybe he wouldn't. Okay, so we bantered about. I hate to say banter, but we bantered about that. I got so much flack for suggesting that this was going to be a thing that you would have thought I made fun of Johnny Gaudreau's 13-second eulogy there, whatever they did, the tribute. But as soon as it got out that Shesty, or Shesky, as Gerard Gallant called him, turned down. How much did he turn down? 11 million?
It was 88 million for 8 years, right?
As soon as he dared to turn down the Rangers, everybody was like, fuck that guy.
Right. How
Fuck
fast did they
him.
turn? How fast, right?
I want to ask you, what is in the Ranger fan psychology or the New York fan psychology that if they turn down an offer that changes the whole aspect of the thing? Why?
I don't necessarily, I wouldn't necessarily say that is exclusive to Ranger fans. I think that would be the reaction of a lot of fan bases in a lot of sports. You know, I think, I think Giant fans probably went through it a little bit with Saquon Barkley a year or two ago, and they offered him a lot more than he wound up signing for with the Eagles, but he turned it down. Then they slapped the franchise tag on him, and then he left, you know? So, I mean, look, either way, I have a hard, I said this when we did the acoustic set. I have a hard time wrapping my head around anybody getting offered $11 million a year for anything and going, nah, that's just me, you know?
Did people expect, again, did people expect him to like take like a Jalen Brunson, like, you know, a team friendly deal? Because I know, you know, it's not like Igor's out there saying, I'm worth $11 million. I'm worth $11 million. It's the agent saying, listen, you are going to be the highest paid goaltender in history when you sign that next contract. Because he's getting the money.
Right.
From somewhere. So I don't have that hatred for the player because I've said this a million times. If he's getting that amount of money, James Dolan is making that money times 100 or even more than that. The owners don't pay guys because they're losing money. The owners pay guys because they're making, and the agents and the players know it. They know how much they're worth. So I don't have that hatred. I just think it's the logical thing to do, to not invest all that salary cap in a goaltender. Mario Wright has a good point there too. I mean, is anybody reverse their decision now that he's in the chat room or listening out there in TV land? You know, that how dare he ask for this kind of money? It's 8 years, a long time, Jim.
It is a long time. A lot can happen.
A lot can happen. Now, William Toth, who I believe was a goaltender for the New York Arrows in indoor soccer way back. It was a Toth, as I remember. Why I remember that? He followed like Shep Messing and all that stuff. I mean, is
Zoltan
there anybody that's
Toth?
What is the name?
Zoltan Toth, or it may have been
Zoltan. Yeah, Zoltan Toth.
It may have been Toth.
Toth. Okay. Well, maybe it's William Toth.
Not sure on the. Yeah, that's entirely possible. Played for
I
the
think
New York Arrows, the San Diego Sockers, and the St. Louis Storm.
Wow.
And the Dodgers have one out in the top of the first.
Zoltan. There's a name you don't really hear.
Wasn't that the name of the thing that Tom Hanks made the wish on?
Yeah, I think that's the thing inside. It's a hard O, so it's Toth, right? That's a hard O?
Right, I believe so.
Yes, okay.
By the way, if you are a Mets fan and by some chance going to the game tomorrow night, Colin Cosell will be the PA announcer at Citi Field tomorrow night.
Oh, wow.
He did Game 3 for the NLDS, and he's doing Game 4 of this series.
Okay. All right. Well, so William, you may have a brother out there named Zoltan. Then again, that guy's probably like 80 now. He's probably like 40, 35 then.
68.
Oh, all right. He ain't that old.
He's a spring chicken.
Yeah. I was a member of the Zoltan Toth fan club. No, I was not. So, I don't know. People don't seem to have any problem with. I mean, if Igor Williams said if he plays well, then pay him. Well, I could see no reason why he is not going to have a better season than he had last year. He got to such a bad start last year. You look at his numbers; they weren't that great for him. And unless the Rangers are complete bullshit, I think you're going to see comparable numbers to like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So but my solution is but. So, all right, I guess that's it. Since the Mets are on, let's wrap this up.
I'm still on the fence.
Still on the fence.
Still on the fence.
Are you going to wait and see how he plays, or?
Well, I mean, there's that. If he's not going to negotiate during the season anyway, then might as well wait and see what happens, right?
Yes, that's true.
I don't really think he's going to play himself out of a high deal, out of being the highest paid goaltender in the league. So
what happens if he gets hurt?
Well, then it sucks to be him because he's already turned down a hell of an offer.
Yes.
Now, I know that, $11 million with New York State income tax, I know, it's only probably like, $6 million or $7 million and
$4.
I can't have Igor going around eating cat food. But hey, figure it out. This is why you got to draft well. This is why you have to build a pipeline so that you can have guys playing defense on low contracts so that everybody's not making $8, $9, $10 million a year. You got to have guys. You got to have guys that can play and produce on your third and fourth line and on your defense that are on their first or second, first contract or their bridge deal, right?
Yeah.
You can't be all high-priced talent.
I don't know how Edmonton does it. They got like guys that make crazy ass money.
Mets are out of the top of the first. Severino struck out 2.
Beefarino,
Severino.
All right. Well, I'm going to catch the Mets game. I want to thank you, Jim, providing me a platform for my emotions and my feelings.
We're still waiting for it.
Yes. But 3 games in, I can't go crazy on anything right now. I mean, a very small sample size. But the Rangers, they look good, They're well prepared. I like the 5-on-5 goals.
Right.
John Newman is here, an illustrious Yankee fan, as I remember.
Just in time.
Yes,
No,
just in time.
Fan.
Is he a Yankee fan or a Met fan?
He's a Mets fan.
Ah, there you go. John Newman, the illustrious Met fan.
Right.
Just in time, John. Good night, everybody.
Chris also showing up just in time.
Sorry, Chris. I'm sorry it's ending, but we've been on for about an hour and 15. And
yeah, we're going to cut it a little short tonight. A bunch of us want to go watch the Mets, and there's only 3 games in.
Yeah, we covered it all.
We covered everything.
Really, basically.
We did a tribute to Johnny Gaudreau. We covered it all.
all.
Pete Rose, everybody.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you for real this time. No walkout.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. We'll be back early next week. We got the Red Wings tomorrow night, and then the Toronto Maple Leafs Saturday night. Rangers will be on Hockey Night in Canada.
Yes.
See you guys early next week.
Watch
Let's
from the
go
beginning.
Mets.
Let's go Mets, and watch from the beginning when I walk out.
Right.
First time in history.
Right, first time in history. Eddie walked off the show. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Eddie, always a pleasure.
Right back at you. Have a good night, everybody.
We love you. Good night, everybody.